for another 16 hits as Radio felt his internals get internal bleeding. Woke spun once. Yeah, that's Radio talking shit to Goku. Like, nigga, who was you? Nigga, I'm way closer to my life than you are to yours. Yeah, I own everything I want to own. I have what I want to have all the time, all my time. I'm about to drill you for talking that shit. You probably told me to end your shit, Woke. Okay. I'm trying to shut this shit down somewhere in the fast if I can get solid enough. Okay, get away from me in time, but you're drilling me on this line, so it's whatever. I got the left and right there, drilling Goku's face off. Woke spun once. Yeah, like he over here needing help. He over here like, we can help you, bro. We see our other worlds right here. I'm not stupid. Maybe I wasn't solid enough back then. Alright. Flying and kicked the Radio dead in his stomach as Radio's internals tried to heal. As Radio soared back, Woke charged a deep blue bomb in his right hand, about 12 inches in diameter. Woke threw its underhand at Radio as it cooked Radio in its intense heat. Woke then spun 180 to see Stereo headed towards him. A couple yards out, Woke charged another energy sphere of 12-inch diameter, then spun another 180 to throw it at Radio. Woke knew he had them. Just then, Stereo decided to fly overhead and fired down blast at Woke. Woke sensed them coming while flying after Radio, so he dodged as if it were something casual. When Woke caught up with Radio, he started another 20-hit combo of hands and feet, leaving Radio in a 77-hit combo, and yes, Woke was counting. In the 78th kick, Woke thought about the rest of the brothers and thought they were trying to kick it into high gear soon. Just like that, check it. Macadonis, my son Woke, pulled this dancing kick that dropped just perfect on Radio's jaw, kicking a tooth out his mouth. Woke then lands in a dashing forward squat that loses momentum, just perfect, then launches forward at Radio. Dash, who is still in a hurt state. That ass. When Woke the God covers the distance, he starts punching Radio head and body in these switch-ups. Alright. I know y'all really can't handle this, but the energy around Woke turns from blue to deep blue, as so did Woke's eyes and hair. The sky froze and crashed at the power of Woke's ascension into a Wokevel level 1. PM watched Woke flexing up, bringing powerful destruction energy into the scene. Yeah. Should be somewhere like right here. Woke feels a slight budge coming from Radio charging up within him. So Woke switches combos mid-sky, spin kicking Radio away 30 yards. Check it. Stereo decided to shoot a marauder of blast as the sky lagged around PM as he charged up. Hot yellow energy charged up around him as his hair turned white with yellow tips. This was a form called full-1. Hold this, PM shouted. He then threw a well-charged burster sphere at Woke that soared to him in an upward arc as PM flew in a downward arc. When the Versta sphere finally reached Woke, he deflected it mid-extravagant combo on a lost Radio dash. PM then came in with a right swing as Woke hit a 90-degree turn to the left, then blocked with his left while blasting radio straight. The fuck did that even say? Straight what? Straight down. Straight down through the sky. With a deep blue burster. No, with a deep blue blast. No, a deep blue burster. With a deep blue blast. Woke said with a calm demeanor. Radio was painted a painful shade as he blasted through the sky. Bloody chunks of charcoal flesh getting ate away by Woke's energy. PM then shot out a left kick at Woke's side as Woke turned to face him, matching PM's leg strike with a right leg strike of his own. As their legs clashed, the air around them broke. Alright, so here we'll glimpse at the future. This is page 17. Write it down on my hand. 1616, right? I want to glimpse to the future real quick. Better fights. Yeah, I do appreciate that.
And then eventually that stopped working for me. Like those thoughts I was running from, and that feeling I had came back. Didn't matter how much I was using.
All the way to the future, or yeah, all the way to the future. Okay, Cole Pole is dead. All the way in the future. All right, so what we're gonna do is go there anyways and bring it back to what's happening. Now we're gonna go to the future, then go to the future.
I never saw somebody be really honest. Never. And all of a sudden, my doctor decided to stay in hospital or get rehab.
You don't even want to?
Want to stay involved with us because that was my parents were crazy. I'm very grateful for that. And my pops also.
All right, that's good. Good right here then. Perfect right here, actually. All right. Burnt flesh engraved into it. This is page 80, by the way. These were some of Woke's workers. Oh, and in this time period, they're in year 5032. Went back in time a little bit. I said the future, but it's actually the past. And looking over them, drove Woke into a calm rage. Azariah is one of the Knock Fighters. The Knock Fighters are a member of Woke's team. Woke is the original Knock Fighter. Azariah kept his combo up as the ninja blocked. The ninja is the radio that Woke was fighting in the future. And he's wearing the a ninja gi to mask his face because Woke and Radio and the Dash Brothers were friends in that time period. So they had to go back with the mask. Basically, Radio was trying to rape Woke's wife Rise, who he had no chance, and the four brothers had no chance because Rise is fifth dimensional and she would have just destroyed them instantaneously. But Woke was like, I'm just gonna do it. So he got with him. There's no need for Rise to even flex a muscle. One that could just help Woke get a little stronger. Alright. Azariah kept his combo up as the ninja blocked hand for hand as Ezif and Steph closed the distance. So now remember when I say ninja, I'm talking about the future Radio. When I say radio, I'm talking about the radio from 5032 who's on Woke's side. Woke started walking the ninja down. Walking through the holes in the wall with such intent, Woke could see the gates of zone opening. Radio and PM ran at the ninja as they past the hole in the wall that Woke was thrown through. Radio panned his head left, seeing Woke for a quick second with such intent in his eyes. This was when Steph jumped into the air as Azariah Pole moved swiftly to his right. Then Steph came down on the ninja with a 3-swing combo, all blocked, moving back. Azariah kicked at the ninja's back leg, kneeling him, as if put a pole blast in his face, sending him soaring. The ninja recovered as Woke made it back to the hallway. Woke turned his head left, then shot out a deep blue palm blast that curved around the students and knocked the ninja out of recovery, sending him through the window. Woke then ran at the ninja, sprinting in full speed, then stopped right behind him, kicking him in the back as the ninja folded backwards. Woke then double arm overhand striked him, making the ninja backflip until Woke spun and back kicked him back in the hallway, still rushing him. Radio and PM had passed Azariah, Ezif, and Steph as the ninja came in, soaring into that ass. Niggas retarded. All the stability, you're trying to break it up for nothing. And soaring into recovery. Ah! The ninja shouted as...
How you doing?
Okay, he didn't shout like that. He said he was more like ah, something like that. That's how he shouts. That's radio shouts. He was like ah. The ninja shouted, and that's never, you'll never have that first shout because he'll never shout like that ever. He was like bitch out of nigga. The ninja shouted as a black energy dome spawned around him and blasted PM straight back as Woke used raw force to enter the dome from the front as Radio step dashed around it, waiting for his opening. The ninja, surprised to see Woke enter his space, dropped his dome, then step dashed to his left where Woke tried a backhand, missing. Woke then charged a deep blue bomb in his hand, then threw it at the ninja, who flew straight out the hallway by using his back to break through the wall. He then shot himself to his left. The bomb missed, but not before bursting through 2 walls and exploding. Woke enters the room and the ninja rushes him with a 15-piece combo that Woke blocks all of, while realizing that his skin was still getting burned from the intense heat. Radio then entered the room from the hole in the wall. As Azariah broke another hole in the wall to enter the same room, the ninja was surrounded and was about to be at the center of a true fighter's mosh pit. The ninja threw a overhand right at Woke as Woke backed up 1 yard, then another. 2 as the ninja entered an ascended flex. His power charge was bursting through the floor and making the super slide back. Azariah was the only one unfazed as more and more supers entered the mosh pit. Woke looked leftward at Radio, making eye contact as Radio nodded. Then Woke panned his head back towards the ninja. Woke was now eyeing the hole in the floor under the ninja plotting out a combo. Woke now only had to wait for his opening. As soon as the ninja's charcoal black key spool flared up real powerfully, he knew that the peak of the spool would return to be the weakest part of it. Woke front flipped, then axe kicked downward as the ninja guarded above his head, blocking but getting sent down to the lower floor beneath the one they were on. Woke was already rushing him, throwing 5 heavy punches that the ninja blocked. All of every hit cracked the floor underneath him to an even larger crater. Radio bursted through the ceiling, then rushed the ninja as Woke threw 3 more heavy punches that were like missile strikes as Radio cleared the distance. He haymakered the ninja's stomach, sending him into the back wall, denting it in as Azariah, Pole, Steph, Ezif, and PM entered the room. They all came from the previous floor. Woke landed as the floor cracked underneath. Woke landed as the floor cracked underneath him, so he let himself drop, using it to his advantage. While the ninja was in the wall, all of the knock fighters in the room rushed him as more of them started entering. Po cleared the distance first and punched him in the stomach twice as the ninja got even more dented into the wall. He kicked Po backwards to the other back wall. Azariah ran to a corner of the room behind the ninja's direct line of vision. Azariah then waited for the students to form around the ninja as he slowly got out. They slowly got out of the wall. The ninja then charged again, raising his power level and burst. Is that all you lot got? I'm barely in pain. The ninja said. No.
Bears of the cold's gonna get you, right? So I ended up going to rehab, and I kept hearing these messages.
Where was I at? He said, is that all you lot got? I'm barely in pain. The ninja said. Steph was then about to rush him, but Radio put out his left arm, telling him to stop. This was when the bro. Are we supposed to do that? Like, or is that a part of it, really? Because I'm not about to. No, he's not about to have my. No. That's a thing. Alright, good. I'm gonna do the voice right here. He said, "Is that all you lots got?" No, hold up. That's not their voice. It's not like really a Vegeta's. It's more like, hold up. It's like, hold on. It's like, PM, nigga died. Alright, that's it. So it's like, is that all you lot got? I'm barely in pain. The ninja said. Steph was then about to rush him, but then Radio put out his left arm, telling him to stop. This was when the ninja took several, and we always gotta crunch the voice in now. I'm trying to get in. Steps forward as Azariah crept along the wall. Get behind him, then grabbed him. Deep, Woke shouted. You see, what was about to happen next was the additive of more than 2,000 years of practicing team combos and tactics. When the ninja got dented into the wall, a small hole appeared through it, where Woke could see through. When Woke saw Azariah sneak to the corner wall, he already knew the setup. And this was the result of that play. As Azariah Russian suplexed the ninja, All that was heard was Woke shouting, "Blue blast!" The knock fighters spread out, and Azariah let go of the ninja, teleporting besides Woke. The blast sent the ninja baking 2 rooms away. I think this is where things get serious, Azariah says, punching a hole in the wall that was in front of them. I agree, Woke says, walking behind Azariah. 2 rooms away, the ninja was dented into. Yeah, you do. Azariah kind of sounds like a Janesh. I'm gonna lie. Alright, so we gotta get Janesh in here for that. 2 rooms away, the ninja was dented into yet another wall. As soon as the ninja moved, the wall collapsed under him, halfway burying him in its rubble. That's interesting. What the heck? Because the Masu was kind of just getting that voice, that Janeshi voice. What? Interesting. As the ninja laid there, pissed, thinking about how easy this wasn't, the fighters. Let's see what's really going on, man. The fighters started entering the room. I've had enough playing around. No, hold up. I've had enough playing around. As the ninja said this, Woke noticed his zone gates appear, showing his seriousness. The ninja got up and assumed his fighting stance as Woke looked left as the ninja looked right at a door opening. A civilian radio slowing it down. He sees what we've been saying is true. Through Goku and Kakarot and Vegeta. That it's only radio and FM in that family, and these other niggas is add-oners. Mods of niggas wanting to be their family. A civilian appeared in the room and instantly caught flame. Azariah gave no time to burn alive. We have to take them to the exact layer that they were on in the dream platform, and then fucking kill them right there. Put them all there and then kill them right there. Niggas are trying to go down. How's that gonna help you? To burn above instead. He moved his hand with such speed it finessed the wind, closing the door on the civilian. And they're trying to move around, by the way, putting the flames out. As soon as the door shut, Woke flanked the ninja's left side, throwing a right punch that was easily thwarted, then a right knee that was also blocked. The ninja threw his own right at Woke that Woke blocked but got sent through one wall. Woke caught himself in a back handspring, and just as he came out the flip, the ninja was in his face, throwing a 3-punch combo. So Woke jumped to his right, jumped back in, throwing a right kick that the ninja power charged through. FM, AM, and Dial came in just on time to get blown back with Woke. Woke was the only one to land on his feet. Steph came in behind his grandfather, Pole, who swung 5 heavy strikes at their adversary as the ninja used all upper body to weave Pole, then sensed something coming, then backed out as Steph jumped in. Yo, Pole, Goku's trying to get into your family, you know, some weird shit. You gotta get that shit right. Yeah, send me in there with some of my agents, and we'll do good. Yeah, I'll get him out. That's weird. The monster's behind him. And the door, yeah. That was when the ninja flared his hand at the ground. As a ninja flared his hand at the ground, as a charcoal black blast line shot into the sky. Yo, we just did that, huh? Like, you ain't about to do none of this. 16. Duplicate symbol on that. Nothing. That training. That was when the ninja flared his hand at the ground as a charcoal black blast line shot into the sky. It carried Steph straight up the skyscraper, being all right. No more playing around. The ninja shouted, jumping up 20 floors towards Steph as all of the knock fighters entered the previous room and started jumping up through the ceiling 20 floors. When the ninja closed the gap with Steph, the blast dropped gorgeously as the ninja. I told you stop playing around, Cauliflower and Kale. Like, niggas think this shit is a game. Niggas is left and righting, tracking everything. As the ninja handed Steph straight out the tower into another one. All of the other knock fighters were about halfway to the ninja elevation when he wrapped his arms. You guys have to start learning how to do it yourself. He wrapped his arms around himself next real tight. While he did this, you're gonna see what type of layer they have. They don't have that layer clearly. He did this power, like literally, you couldn't even go in the trees. You were stuck there on that line getting drilled. That's whack. This game is whack. Is they better level up or is this whack? His power level raised dramatically as the knock fighters all ascended. Like all of this arrows, and I never think it's a yeah, right. Get out of here. Raised dramatically as the knock fighters all ascended to his elevation. As soon as this happened, he released his arms as a marauder of black solo flames entered the scene, rushing out from his center, clapping most of the knock fighters straight out of the building. Oh, let's read that from the top so everyone understands. He wrapped his arms around himself real tight. While he did this, his power level raised dramatically as the knock fighters all ascended to his elevation. As soon as this happened, he released his arms as a marauder of black solo flames entered the scene, rushing out from his center, clapping most of the knock fighters straight out of the building, while destroying most of the walls, breaking its foundation from that elevation up. The marauder of the marauder of solo black flames kept coming and shooting out in every direction from the center of the ninja's black key spool. Wilk, Azariah, and Po were the only ones still in the room, guarding with their backs to the crumbling portions of the barely standing walls. As the ninja realized he now had the power to summon an army of self-conscious black solo flames, he started laughing at the power he held. And they kept coming. The fire charcoal black demonic faces that shot out of the rooms as if recovered 25 yards away from them. The building as radio recovered right next to him. What the fuck? They're still coming? As if shouted as a bunch of, yeah, that was radio helping them for no reason. Now he's gonna stop, and the Bora are gonna get out of Toa in that 5-2 Woken Toa series. The books. Yeah, they just backed off. That was literally the Dash Brothers not understanding the power they had because they were just getting drilled seamlessly. We'll never do nothing but get drilled, and I'm like this left and right and down. You have to put it together. As a bunch of black solo flames were floating in the sky around them. The building is gonna fall, radio said. As the knock fighters recovered outside of the building, one by one, the citizens of Neo Manhattan, specifically Hell's Kitchen, were all looking up. "What the fuck is that?" a civilian said, pointing up at the site until he realized the site was literally burning them. The civilians caught heat strokes and their skins were burning off, for the heat from their solar flames could not be contained. The Womo Tower started collapsing from above the 70th floor as something triggered in Woke's mind. Woke looked around at his crumbling work of art that was the Womo Tower, dropping slowly stage by stage. As he saw his workers plummet from those stages to their dooms, Azariah instinctively looked at Woke. He saw the color disappear from his eyes as something real dark started emerging from the deepest depths of Woke's subconsciousness. "Woke?" Azariah said cautiously while backing away from him with his right arm up as if that would console his pain. Tears formed in Woke's eyes that flared upward and disappeared in the sky from intense heat. "I'll kill you!" Woke shouted as his key spool turned from deep blue to pitch black. Popo started backing out of the room as the solo black flames stopped coming out of the ninja. There were now 400 of them just floating outside of the tower. The Womo Tower was literally collapsing over the city as the 70th floor they were on dropped in slow motion to the 69th. As the ninja said, "Looks as if I've awoken the baby demon." Wook was no longer in control of his body. All he could think about was perfect destruction as rubble crashed down and rose all around him at the sheer power of the scene. Woke rushed the ninja as the ninja upped his guard. Woke vanished and appeared behind the ninja, then punched him with his right straight out of the tower. This was when the closest 100 black solo flames surrounding the collapsing skyscraper all shot themselves at Woke. Woke gestured his arms outward to his side, powerfully shouting as a pitch black dome surrounded him, growing quickly inside, destroying everything in sight as this real dark purple static appeared around the dome, shrieking outward, killing any civilians that may have survived in the surrounding radius. I'll go back a little bit. This is when the closest 100 black solo flames surrounding the collapsing skyscraper all shot themselves at Woke. Woke gestured his arms outward to his side, powerfully shouting as a pitch black dome surrounded him, growing quickly inside, destroying everything in sight as this real dark purple static appeared around the dome, shrieking outward, killing any civilians that may have survived in the surrounding radius. As the solo flames crashed into the pitch black energy dome, they evaporated into nothingness. 50 of the 100 assaulting flames met a timely end, and the scene was sick. The other 50 stopped dead in their tracks as Woke tilted his head to his right. I guess he needed to see this to get serious. I, as the scribe, not really sure what he was thinking, because in this form, he couldn't think, as I just said in my mind, and only the ones who heard, at all. Anything but destruction's purest form. He couldn't think at all anything about anything but destruction's purest form.